outline your case.
Thank you, Minister, for coming and for the Kelleher for selecting it. In light of recent media reports concerning St Luke's Hospital in Kilkenny, I raise the issue of access to the full range of termination of pregnancy services there and across the 19 maternity units in Ireland. The St Luke's obstetricians have argued that it is not an appropriate location for medical or surgical abortion. I welcome Minister Harris's decision to appoint an additional obstetrician to St Luke's last week. However, hospital-based termination of pregnancy cannot be delivered by one staff member alone. The issues in Kilkenny are symptomatic of wider access issues. Only 10 out of the 19 maternity services are currently providing the full range of abortion services under the 2018 Act. In addition to situations of fatal fetal anomaly and serious risk to the woman's health or life, women may need access to hospital-based abortion care for many reasons. For example, individuals for whom medical abortion is contraindicated, and women and girls such as those living in homelessness or violent relationships whose personal circumstances may not be amenable to home self-management of medical abortion. The absence of an abortion service in 9 maternity units also impacts on community provision. GPs' ability to serve the needs of women requires a referral pathway for women to their nearest maternity unit in those situations, for example, where the pregnancy exceeds 9 weeks or in the rare event of a failed medical abortion. As you know, Minister, women have a legal entitlement to the termination of pregnancy, and the HSE must organise services where this right is vindicated in practice through local accessible abortion services. In respect of St Luke's, some questions. If the hospital is declining to participate on the basis of resources, are they also refusing to provide care to women undergoing miscarriage? If not, how can this discrimination against women who need abortions be justified? The recently circulated letter assures local GPs that women who are morbid or septic will be dealt with. What does this mean? Is the Minister for Health satisfied that the hospital's position is in compliance with the law? Would a woman presenting at St Luke's whose life is at risk, 1, be referred to another hospital, 2, be required to wait until her health is deteriorated to the point where the medical team are satisfied that a termination is justified? There is no right to conscientious objection under the legislation in emergency circumstances where a woman's life is at imminent risk or her health is at risk of imminent serious harm. Is St Luke's providing for those women, and how? Beyond St Luke's, on what basis are other hospitals refusing to provide abortions? What referral pathways are in place and to where? Have women requiring abortions presenting at these hospitals been referred elsewhere, have been required to travel, and how many of women are we speaking about? Does the Minister foresee any future legal risk of future legal action, for example, for medical negligence if a number of hospitals decline to participate in the abortion service? I ask the Minister present to outline what actions have been taken to roll out services in the remaining 9 units, including Kilkenny. Specifically, is there a national implementation plan by the HSE? Has the 12 million allocated for abortion services in the 2019 service plan been released in full? Will abortion care in early pregnancy be available in all 19 units by the end of 2019? Do smaller units have the facilities and expertise to provide abortion care in cases of fatal fetal anomaly and risk of serious harm to a woman's health? If not, how is a woman's care managed in those situations? Are there clear and robust referral pathways to larger hospitals? Perhaps the main issue here is an issue of fear and fear of the unknown. A useful suggestion from Dr Noreen Russell, consultant obstetrician and gynaecologist at CUMH, is to partner the non-providing hospitals with a providing hospital to help. Mike Thompson, a GP and spokesperson for START, a group of doctors supportive of reproductive rights, expressed worry that the St Luke's doctors' attitude would embolden other hospitals to issue similar diktats. He said it was effectively institutional obstruction, and that while they were trying to conflate it with resources, St Luke's was no less resourced than any other hospital. And I'll come back to my last point. But given that we did, on a resounding basis, vote for such law to be in place, I'd like to hear the Minister how to make sure that every woman in Ireland has access to safe abortion care, and what the situation is with regards to those refusing hospitals, so that all 19 maternity units can offer all the care that they need to.
Thank you. Minister, to respond.